What's going on? We have missed each other for the past few weekends, and man, I have been having a very great time in my personal growth life with family. Just being able to spend time with my mom, my dad, my sister, my niece, in times where we hadn't been able to spend so much time together before. And what's important to bring forth is growth with family members, and it can be one of the toughest areas in our trans experience outside of the things that we go through in our own interface with the world. But these are our family members, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not easy. Just hearing other stories, you know, certain situations with family members can be way tougher than things that I have experienced. Let's put aside the more deep type of conversations of not acceptance and pain and denial and all of those things. Those are all like in a bucket over here. We're gonna place in like holding a special space, because everyone experiencing that deserves a lot of attention, and it's beyond what I'm speaking on right now or even know about currently. We'll give you time, but right now I'm speaking about the ones of us who have our family members that are somewhere really close to us in proximity to where we can see them, or even just like FaceTime, guys, like call, like opportunity to move around more, enjoy space, and experience life in different spaces, because then it brings up just other moments that you're able to enjoy together, where they're able to naturally see you. You get what I'm saying? Like, these moments have to happen. I know what you're probably thinking. Well, they don't feel like this, and they feel like that, and they this that. You can come up with a whole list of things. I know, but I'm now asking you to think about how can you grow it still. And it's not meaning to say that you have to be the one to inform them on everything. Maybe there's a mediator, maybe there's group work you can do together. I don't know why I keep feeling this sense of needing to say it's important still. Don't just cut them out. Though, if there's a valid reason why you need to, and like I said, your life is your life, but truly these people brought us here, and it's really great to be able to see them. Like, once I have now become myself, I view that relationship even better, just because I'm like, well, I feel great. I want to be able to give this love back to the ones who brought me here, and let them know, like, this is actually it. Like, you weren't wrong. You didn't get it wrong. It wasn't your fault necessarily. Like, all I need from you is your presence and your existence and your acceptance, and you being there with me now as we correct this, as we now live the life I wanted to live back then together, and continue to learn how to make that more. So the other weekend I had brunch with my parents. I ran into one of my old teammates that same day. Yeah, anyway, what's been cool, I hadn't seen my dad in, like, I really think I remember the conversation about me coming. I came out to my dad. He was super cool about it. And so after that, I might have seen him a couple of times after that, but really it had been a long time since. Here's the most up-to-date photo of me and my dad right here. What's crazy is now I'm looking a lot more like my dad almost. I don't know, we look like twins here, which is interesting, because before I would always be told, you look so much like your mom. You look so much like my mom. So here's a photo of me and my mom right here. Man, it's just like, I just feel so much love, man. I'm just beaming again to be able to be around the people who brought you into existence, and still be working through that existence that they helped bring in, and understanding how it's shifting and changing, and wanting to be there and being there, learning how to be there with you. It's learning experience both ways. It's not going to ever stop. And I just really encourage all of us to remember that. And I know that there could be painful moments, things that I haven't even experienced, that I'm sure so many of you others go through, and I know you go through with family. But just remember that it's ongoing. This transition is ongoing. And so for them, they're in the experience with you, which is ongoing. And so we have to have the energy going back and forth to make sure we're watering it and still providing the ability to be understanding you, because they're still your parents. You are still their child. I just really encourage you to allow that growth and give it that space. What's cool is like being able to see, like, be around my dad. It's crazy. Like, I've always known that I'm a lot like him, but I'm even more so like him in a sense of like I'm even more quiet now. Like, I was quiet before, but I'm even more quiet now. And being around him now again, just seeing him, it's like I literally am just like that. He's just really low back, cool, always quiet, nice. Has something great to say when he says it. That's just who he is, and it's really cool to like, yeah, be back around my dad's energy and be able to see like, oh, he has a strong mustache though, and that I don't know. Mine is finally coming through, but it's not as strong as this one right here. I need to step up my game. All right, where's the hereditary thing coming through? Something pointed this out. Does good hair genes run in my family? Is it hereditary from my dad? My dad usually, from what I can remember growing up, he always had a beard. Good mustache was always strong. He always had the mustache a lot more than the beard, but he definitely, yeah, has his hair has always been, I don't know. I'm super hairy like now. Like, you can see my beard is fully grown in, almost touches, which is dope. It's just cool to like really see yourself next to your parents. I'm just blessed, man. I really feel great. It's just I'm in a really good spot. And I've just been able to really process that by being back in my hometown, being back in, where I grew up. It's crazy when you go back home, and if you have your own, if you have the chance to like really just be there by yourself and just navigate around and just kind of have these flashbacks and these memories. So many things happen when you go back home. Wow, I'm really blown away with my own growth. I'm really impressed with my resiliency and everything like that, because, man, being back then, I was just focused on the grind, like just focused on getting out. I didn't really know exactly what I was getting out of. I knew I wasn't identifying with things, and I knew that's what it was. But like at this moment back when I was living there, I hadn't realized what trans was. I wasn't like most of you who was on YouTube looking at these videos and being like, oh, like figure. It wasn't like that. I knew I had a menstrual, I had a period I hated. I knew I had breasts that I didn't want. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wanted a beard. I knew things were just off. My voice was weird. I was always trying to like control it. Now I still try to control it. Like, it's just, I knew all of those things, but I didn't know what that meant until much later in life. So just being back in that area, really being able to go back to that time of when I was presenting female, and sitting with it now here as my true self. It's like you are your own shadow right there, like a time lapse, like a time trials even, like when you're racing on a go-kart and you go around and you can like show that how you went last time, and the ghost is right next to you and you're trying to beat that one, or you're just like whatever. It's like I'm right there perceiving the situation very differently. That's still knowing very vividly how I perceived it back then and why. But I don't live there anymore. It's like a releasing of all the situations from that past moment of my life and all those years, my younger life, pre-trans in Fremont. But connecting back with parents, connecting back with family, and being able to allow them to experience your presence. It's gonna take time, and it's good, and you have to continue to build on those experiences. I had been helping my sister. See me right here in the ASRV over there. You can see a spot here and a spot here, spot here. That's from Sage. I've worn this shirt all of 2 or 3 times, and Sage has already gotten her little spotty hands all over it, and that's not coming out. Like, I washed it already. So yeah, and it says, the future belongs to the relentless. And I was just doing some workouts right there in my sister's garage. She has a bike, like an exercise bike, and then this other like a treadly, I think it's called, small treadmill. So that was cool. I was just vibing right there, working out. She has some free weights that I passed over to her. So yeah, just keeping myself active while I was over there. Yeah, and my mom, she like what was cool is like she complimented me. She's like, "You look handsome." Like, wow, you look like a model, like a magazine. Like, it's just cool to hear, like, it's really affirming to hear my mom be able to say, like, you look great. It's just like crazy to see the difference. You know, she was with me when I had my chest removed. Like, she was right there. You know what I'm saying? And then to see the after, and then I'm showing the scar treatment and things, and I'm just like, wow. Showing the before of like how much weight I was carrying, and then now just how much, just focusing on working out and just being a phoenix, rising up, man. FNX, what's up? Living in victory and keeping it active in silence. I really just want to get the point across about family. It's still something that we should keep in our minds as important. I know it's a sensitive topic for a trans experience, but it's still an important one that helps shape our being, because it made us be here in the first place. Got us here is how we came to be. All right, so give it love, man. Give it love in time. And if not, then that's your choice. Anyways, I'll catch you guys back here next Sunday. Keeping the vibes going. Let's go.